Hi, my name is Mary Malone of Coldwell Realty in the Lux Service Group. Let's take a look at my latest market analysis. I went to a property in Union Township, New Jersey, and the seller, who was the executor of an estate, wanted a stress-free sales process, which, by the way, since buying and selling a home is the third most stressful event, that is a hard task. So what we try to do is come up with the strategy that would allow her to choose an offer that would best suit her family's needs. The first half of all of my presentations include what I offer in terms of marketing and service. It also has a little bit about me and the lucky fact that I am a member of the Lux Service Group. I've been with Coldwell Banker for over 16 years and in real estate for 20 years. And I do like to point out a couple of things. Professional photography is imperative in this day and age. Aerial photography in Hunterdon County is an absolute must. Why? If you're not from Hunterdon County, you don't understand how beautiful our countryside is. So this educates the buyer before they even drive out to Hunterdon County how gorgeous of an area we live in. Also, staging is important. That's part of my service. I do offer a complimentary walk and talk staging, a complimentary staging consultation for all of my clients, and home video tours. So Google is the number one search engine. Google owns YouTube. YouTube is the number two search engine. Why won't more agents put up YouTube videos of their property? A YouTube video will increase a property's exposure online, and a buyer is more apt to watch a video than they are to click through still photos. In New Jersey, we don't advertise square footage, so I incorporate floor plans to all of my marketing material. Floor plans will allow the buyer to understand the layout of a home prior to coming into the property and also give them an approximate square footage of the home. As a real estate agent in New Jersey, we use attorneys. Once we get an offer and acceptance, a contract goes over to an attorney so the attorney can change the contract to meet a buyer or a seller's needs. We don't just hand off the contract to the attorney and say, see you at the closing date. We now become the micromanagers, the project managers of each transaction. We make sure that the buyer does hire a licensed home inspector as well as a licensed septic inspector to perform inspections. Did the attorneys finish the home inspection contingency phase? Did the appraiser come yet? Did the buyer do the final walkthrough? These are things that we make sure get done throughout the entire transaction, because if you don't get to that closing table, the seller does not receive their proceeds. Listing location map. In all of my market analysis presentations, I compare the subject property to other properties that have recently sold in the area. So a seller can compare their home to other homes that have sold. In this market analysis, I stayed within Union Township and did go outside of Union Township to find 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath homes that have sold and were built at or around the same period of time. Take a look at each one of these properties. Make sure that you look at the sold date, you look at the list price and the sold price and the percentage of list price. Hunterdon County is still getting at or above list price. Our average is a little over 100% in Hunterdon County. Each one of these homes is interactive. Again, you can pull up what's on the MLS, the days on the market, how many bedrooms, how many baths, original list price, as well as the sold price. I stayed within the North Hunterdon Sending School District, which is typically what an appraiser would do if they can't find too many comparable homes to compare a property to. The seller I was working with wanted multiple offers. And the reason that they wanted multiple offers is so that they could pick a contract that had terms that best fit their family's needs. And one of the terms is they really wanted a buyer to waive the home and septic inspection. On the next page, my clients will be able to compare side by side each one of the properties that I am including in a market analysis. And what is amazing is taking a look at the list price percentage. Again, Hunterdon County is at or above 100% of list price. Because we chose to list this property at 500, we marketed to all those pre-qualified from 4 to 500 and all those pre-qualified from 5 to 600. Online, it is important to make sure that you are gaining maximum exposure. So that's why we listed at 500,000. We received 17 offers. We had many people waive home inspections. We did not have anyone who wanted to waive the septic inspection because the house was built in the 80s. We did have many buyers waive the appraisal. So the seller was able to choose an offer that worked best for them. A buyer that, number one, waived the appraisal, did not even perform a home inspection, performed the septic inspection, and said they would not ask for anything to be remediated after the septic inspection, and they offered to close in 4 weeks. We're closing next week. I will definitely disclose and let you know at what price point this closes at, but I will tell you it's considerably over the average sales. Check back here and I will let you know what 2 Patrick in Union Township closes for. Thank you for watching this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.